I'm Sam.
And I'm Max.
And this is Movie Nostalgia, where we give you an honest review of the movies we've meddled with, oh so mischievously, over at Maybe Movies. And this time, we're talking about Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the 1971 film from Disney, featuring the talents of Angela Lansbury, David Tomlinson, Roddy McDowall, and of course, the ever-so-British Bruce Forsyth.
Take the book from her?
Which is always a weird one that obviously he's only kind of like a cameo in the film.
Yeah.
But you've got Bruce Forsyth.
Yes.
In a Disney musical. And he doesn't have a dance number.
You know, that's a good point. I never considered that. But yes, it's a bit unusual. Here we are, we're talking about one of Disney's classics long before the Renaissance. This is original generation Disney.
Yes, produced by the great Billy Walsh, directed by Robert Stevenson, who was one of the classic Disney directors. It's weird, obviously, how many of his films he's directed that we've already done on Maybe Movies.
So he's done 3 or 4?
So he did this, he did Mary Poppins, That Darn Cat, One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing.
Yeah, we've done that.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, we've done that.
Herbie Rides Again.
Okay.
And others, shall we say.
So even if we haven't reviewed him, we've mentioned him multiple times.
Yes, and of course, music and songs composed by Richard and Robert Sherman as well. This one, again, like many of the Disney ones that we've talked about on this and on Maybe Movies, pick a holiday, pick a bank holiday. I seem to always remember this one being on more in the summer than at Christmas or anything.
I think I agree with you there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't remember a Christmas screening.
Oddly enough, it would be around this time, because this is obviously, we're filming this at the start of Bank Holiday weekend, and so it's probably like around that time that it would have been that we would have first seen it as kids.
Absolutely, and in all probability. So let's get that out of the way. What was your first?
Again, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
That is about as near as I can pinpoint it. I couldn't tell you how old I was. I should imagine 6 or 7, maybe. Maybe a year or so younger than that, I don't know. But yeah, it would have been on TV one Bank Holiday, and that's when I would have seen it.
Okay, well, it sounds like you saw it before I did. I'm pretty sure I never saw it before I came to England, so immediately we're into the 80s. You're probably talking 82, 83, but no special occasion, no special story. This is a movie I saw on television and just loved it straight away.
I certainly remember watching this one a lot more as a kid. This one passed a lot more than, like, Mary Poppins. And I think I remember this one more.
I agree with you there. I think I remember it the same way, yeah.
I certainly have stronger memories of watching this as a kid than I do Mary Poppins. That was one of the ones I saw. I may have been as old as like 10 or 11 before I saw Mary Poppins. Whereas I knew I am reasonably sure that by that time I'd already seen this maybe 3 or 4 times.
I'm pretty sure I had seen this before I saw Mary Poppins. Beyond that, I can't speculate. But it's always been a film that has, and I will use this word because I've thought about it a lot over the years, it has charmed me. I find it a charming film that is enjoyable to watch over and over and over again, which is why it's one of only 2 classic Disney movies that I have on my shelf at home.
Yeah, I think you've kind of hit the nail on the head there. There is a charm to it. You know, this is the age of Disney innocence that they're so desperate to try and get back to and can't because of the people they've chosen to employ.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I'm not going into too many details, but yes, indeed.
And it's a fascinating one. I must admit, there's some interesting stuff, and I was having a look at some of the special features, and there's some stuff about it that I was watching that really kind of slightly recontextualises this for me.
Oh, okay.
A couple of little things, as we've been talking about Mary Poppins as well.
Uh-huh.
So they were looking at doing this at the same time when Disney was wrangling with the author to get the rights to do Mary Poppins.
Oh, so it was that similar era where they were trying into that milieu.
Because Mary Poppins was kind of touch and go whether or not it was going to get greenlit.
Yeah.
And Disney said, oh, well, actually, I've got this other story, and it was this.
Right.
So yeah, there were some of the songs that they'd originally intended for Mary Poppins.
What, in this film?
Yeah, one in particular.
Oh, which one?
Is Bobbing Along.
No. Well, no, actually, I can see that. When they jumped into the chalk drawings, they could have easily gone into that world.
Yes.
In Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
So I can see why that... I'm glad they didn't, because it's one of the most charming bits
Of the film, yeah, absolutely.
Of the film,
yeah.
So what? Talking about a charming film.
Yeah, then what happened was they got the green light to do Mary Poppins and this got shelved.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it didn't get made until 1971.
Ah.
But the curious thing is one of the other songs that's in this, which I always thought was it's a little bit clunky, and on the special features they're talking to Richard and Robert Sherman. Obviously, many, many years later. And they were saying that song... I haven't even told you which one it is yet. The song is The Age of Not Believing.
Oh, yes, it was I was wondering, is that something from the book? Because I have to admit, after so many years of watching this film, I finally noticed this time that the film is based on a book. And I'm wondering if The Age of Not Believing is an element from the book.
That I don't know, but what they were saying is that song, obviously it fitted the moment, it fitted the action and the characters it's referencing, but it was also kind of quite special for them, because this was the first musical film that they did for Disney without Walt Disney. Because obviously Disney died in 66.
Right, okay.
This was made in 71.
So this is the first post-Disney film.
That they worked on.
Yeah.
And so much of the magic and the belief in what they were doing on the previous projects they'd done for him came from Walt Disney. So for them, this was like their age of not believing. They have to find the belief within themselves to make the songs, find the magic of that Disney magic within themselves without Walt there to guide them.
That's interesting. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And that does recontextualise some of the story. Because there is a lot of disbelief in this film. Even after people have cast spells, there's characters denying the truth of magic.
Yes. I mean, even at the bit at the end with David Tomlinson, with Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
When he's trying to do the spell on himself. Even the bit when he's at the train station. You've been a failure all your life. You don't believe in anything. You're so used to people not believing in you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it does recontextualise the film a little bit.
Yes. Xadrum is more than just curious content on YouTube. We're also a small publishing house, with books covering a range of genres from 1940s pulp adventure to children's novels, and even a touch of the macabre for those who like their literature on the dark side. Our titles are available in both paperback and ebook formats. Ebooks are available on Amazon, but physical copies can only be bought exclusively through our website at xadrum.com. Jeff's got enough cash as it is, so why not help us little guys grow and thrive? Links can be found in our banner and in the description to all of our videos, and we look forward to helping you indulge your itch for escapism.
I mean, this is Walt Jr. thing? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know.
It was Walt Jr. that took over after...
I suppose he would have been in charge by then. It was produced by Billy
I don't mean Walt Jr., but Walt's son took over immediately after him.
Again, I don't know my Disney lore all that much. I'm presuming he was probably in charge of the company, but this was directly produced by Billy Walsh. I don't know whether Walt's son was more of a businessman than an Imagineer, as it were.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For those of you who may not have seen this is the story of Miss Eglantine Price, played by Angela Lansbury, who in 1940 takes 3 children who evacuees from London into her home, much against her better wishes, as Miss Price is also a novice witch, having learnt her craft via a correspondence course from Professor Emilius Brown, played by David Tomlinson, and when her course gets cancelled unexpectedly, her and the children go on an adventure to find a secret that could help with the war effort.
Indeed, that's a very good way of putting it.
Yes.
100%.
Thank you. And as you say, as Sam rightly said, it is charming from the first reel to the last. Although I must admit, and I think I can answer your question, by the way, from earlier about why is Roddy McDowall in this film. And I'm a bit annoyed, not with the film, I'm a bit annoyed with this particular Blu-ray.
Right.
So this particular Blu-ray is the theatrical release at 117 minutes. The original film is 137 minutes. And the special features on this, because there is a reconstructed, fully restored and remastered full cut of the film. And the extra features on it talk about that as if they're the extra features for that cut, which isn't on this DVD.
Oh, come on! But what?
So apparently the original film was 137 minutes. When it was being premiered here in the UK, because it came out here before it came out in the States.
Yeah, of course.
They did it as what was called a radio hall premiere. It's a special thing that they used to do at the time for certain films. But there were certain restrictions, and they would not do a radio hall premiere for a film more than 2 hours long.
Oh.
So they cut 20 minutes out of the film.
That's just criminal.
I don't know everything. I know that apparently the sequence in Portobello Road, that's about 4 minutes long of an original segment that was almost 10 minutes. So there was a lot more stuff that they kind of brought in, all of those different, that kind of smelting pot of cultures in London.
Yeah. I would get it. I mean, that's why I love that sequence, because it's about the different cultures coming together and being
so there was more
on the
of
same
that.
side kind of thing.
There is another one, and it was, again, it slightly recontextualizes the story, but I don't think they ever actually shot it. There was a song, and part of the reason why Miss Price's magic doesn't work properly, or as it should,
is because he jigged the words around.
Well, that was in the film, and I'm assuming that was still in the original cut. Part of it was because to be an effective witch and to be able to cast the spells as they should be cast, you have to have your heart full of hate, and Mrs. Price doesn't.
Oh!
And so
my gosh, that would add a whole extra layer into that, wouldn't it?
And the whole reason why it works at the end of the film is because she hates the idea of the Germans invading England.
Oh, that would have been cool. Why didn't we get that? That would have been an extra layer. I mean, that would have been onion-licious, baby.
Absolutely. It is a shame. I would love to see, now having spent money on this Blu-ray version, I'm going to have to see if there is a Blu-ray of the full cut. Because I'm curious.
I bet there isn't. But good luck on your search.
But they're talking about it because it was being re-released as the full cut.
Oh, because this cut is the only cut I've ever known.
Yeah, same.
And I'm 53.
And from the sounds of it, the extra features were done around 2000.
Okay. Well, maybe there is another version out there. Maybe I'm ignorant. Let's face it, I often am.
But anyway, if you can't guess already, we love this film. We think it's great. It was great fun doing it on the show. And again, as I said with Army of Darkness, it's weird how well these two slot together.
It was strangely... how well they worked was really almost ridiculous, to be honest.
Also, as something, because I've been doing a lot of reading on all this stuff recently, as I was saying to Sam while we were watching it, for those of you who are fans of World of Darkness, this is a mage story.
Yes, we were discussing this. This is a mage story.
They should absolutely be on their reading list or their viewing list for the game. I'm going to have to go and check now.
No, it's not.
Oh, damn. Anyway, yes, if you have never seen this, what's wrong with you? Go watch it.
Go watch it. It's good fun for all the family with a mixture of live action, magical on-screen stuff and full-on animation. It really is all of the sectors fulfilled.
Yes. I take it you've got your special sneakers?
Oh, my special sneakers?
Special sneakers.
Uh-huh.
As we've got some spelunking to do.
Oh, no.
Yes, because we are going in search of that which belongs to a very one-eyed Willy. Until the next time, everybody, please look after yourselves, look after one another, and take care.
As always, guys, TTFN.
First you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on!